All right, so you're always going to have those naysayers. You're going to have the haters, the people who just don't believe, the people who just can't see the potential in a concept, an idea, the potential in investments, the potential in you or what you're trying to do, the business you're trying to build, the market you're trying to land in. There's so many aspects and so many different variables to consider when you're building a business, when you're making investments, when you're going out financially, right? When you're finding new ways to broaden your horizons and put your money in different places. There's always going to be plenty of people who want to throw their shade and say, hey, this isn't going to work, and why are you really willing to take this kind of risk on this, that, or whatever it is that you're doing? And they're going to come up with ideas of, hey, this is why it shouldn't work, this is why it won't work, this is why you should stay away from it. The thing is if you're doing something different, people aren't going to like it. And it's not even something different than, it's not like you're doing something new, something that's never been done. It's doing something different than what you've been doing, different than what they're doing, different than what their line of thinking is. When you choose to go in a different direction, it changes things. And it changes people's attitude towards what you're doing. All of a sudden, people who were riding with you for a minute and were like, oh man, you're going to do all these great things, I got your back, and this and that, and they were fully supporting you, cheering you on, but then you changed paths, right? And now you're doing something different, or doing something that that's no longer in line with what they think. Then all of a sudden, you're walking that walk alone. That's okay. At the end of the day, you've got to be willing to take that risk upon yourself. You've got to be willing to do the research, take your time to do your due diligence to make sure that you know what you're getting into and that this is the direction you want to go. You've got to know that this is where you want to go, and you've got to be willing to put everything you've got into making it happen. If you're banking on the idea of having this group of support, yeah, a group of support's always great, but it's not always going to be there. It's just not. And when it is, it's wonderful. It's absolutely great. But when it's not, sometimes that's just an indication that you're on the right path, the fact that no one's walking with you. Now, I've been really incredibly blessed and fortunate that I have always had several people, willing to ride with me, be my support, lend a hand when they can. God has really blessed me. I've been really fortunate. Not everybody has that. And the reality is there's been a lot of people that seemed like they were in my corner for a hot minute and they walked away real quick. Like I said, at the end of the day, you've got to gauge these things for what they are. You've got to take it with a grain of salt and not allow other people's opinions to truly affect where you're going. Now, if you respect these people and you respect their knowledge, then maybe taking into consideration their perspective and doing the research to see if their perspective is based in a solid foundation of what reality is. So you're deciding to market something in a new way, and somebody who's had some success in marketing says, hey, this isn't the way you want to do this. Then you should maybe take that into consideration and say, hey, well, I'm going to research what you said, but I'm not just taking what you said as truth. If someone says, I'm going to launch a business, I'm going to open a cafe, or I'm going to open a shop, or I'm going to do this or that, somebody says, well, hey, this isn't the market for it. Well, maybe you want to take into consideration and research the market, but to say that, well, they told me, so it must not be able to be done. Again, this all lands on you. You have to take responsibility for your station and for your spot, and not let the naysayers get in your way. Not let the haters bring you down. Not let the people who, not everybody has the willingness or the flexibility to bend their mind in new directions. A lot of people see, hey, this is where I was planning to go, this is where I wanted things to be, and this is how I see things happening, and that's it. So if what you're doing doesn't align with their way of thinking, well, that's a problem for them and they don't like it. That's okay. They don't have to. This is your journey, not theirs. I hope that helps. I hope that gives y'all a little perspective. I just wanted to put that out there. I know somebody needs to hear it today. I've had to tell myself that many times. Whatever your dreams are, do the work, put in the work, research, make sure you can make them happen, but don't let somebody else stifle you. All right, it's your boy. Till next time, be sure you like, subscribe, leave your comments. Let's open this communication up. Let's get some dialogue happening. And it's your boy. I'm out.